Good morning everyone. This is Nalinesh and I have written the book A Complete Package to Score 130 Plus in Civil Service Examination. We are here to start our batch called P25, which was exclusively focused on 25 students who will try and ensure that all of them clear the preliminary examination. The first step, what I wanted to tell you is that we have to understand the approach towards the exam. It's hardly less than 2 months that we have exam on 23rd of August. It's quite possible that we may not be able to cover all the sections in all the depth, and even it is not required. So what we need to do is we need to focus on certain areas in certain depth. That is why you would see that this book consists of certain areas such as polity at certain depth, environment, geography, etc. Now the focus of our PT25 would exclusively be on two main areas, that is the mapping and the environment. Mapping because with the last 2 years, 3 years, we would have seen that increasing number of questions being asked from Atlas. That is why we had even thought of writing the book Atlas Made Easy, which is supposed to be released in another 10 to 12 days. But in the meantime, in this batch, what I am trying to do, in this first session, I would try and explain you how you sitting at your home can understand Atlas in a better manner so that the questions related to mapping can be answered by you. One thing you need to understand very clearly, and that is the mapping part is a pure fact. There isn't any analytical question which can be made out of the maps. It's a pure fact, and it might so happen that to some people only memorizing pure fact may be difficult. And for this reason, we are trying to ensure that in Atlas there are a lot of information, there is a lot of data, and processing that data becomes difficult. So what we are doing here is we are taking out state by state in India maps, and each maps, maybe we are doing 2-3 maps for a particular state, and trying to include the most important and relevant things such as rivers, power projects, wildlife sanctuary, national park, important minerals, etc. So let me through this this would take another 45 minutes to an hour, wherein I'll try and explain you one particular state. What you would need for this is you need to have your Oxford Student Atlas with you. You also need to have if you need a book, right now we might not need the 130 plus book. We need the Oxford Student Atlas, and we also need a paper and a pen ready, so that wherever important things can be made, notes can be made out of it. And I would be showing you the maps which we have made for Atlas Made Easy, and I would be explaining you through the basically what this book Atlas Made Easy is all about. It is nothing, it's just the Atlas. What we have done is we have identified the important points from the Atlas, and we have drawn these on a map on the right side, and we have written these one on the left hand side. So you would see, for example, this is the state of Jammu and Kashmir. You would find on the left hand side these are the 21 points which are mentioned, and on the right hand side you would find a map something like this. So let's get started. Let's get started with the Jammu and Kashmir so that we can understand what kind of questions are being asked with respect to Jammu Kashmir or any other state for that matter. So the way we have covered Jammu and Kashmir here, we would be covering all the other states also with respect to different states in India. Let's start. The first point given here in the sheet is Jammu and Kashmir is the state. It is a state of India which is known for its tourism and due to its troubled boundary with Pakistan. So this is a general information which is given, that Jammu and Kashmir is known for its tourism because of its subtropical or temperate kind of climate, whereas Pakistan has a troubled boundary with Pakistan. The state has its capital in the Jammu and Kashmir, Jammu during winters and Srinagar during summers. This is important. Normally you would find, for example, Patna is the capital of Bihar. Whereas in Jammu Kashmir, we have Jammu as the capital during the winters, and it shifts to Srinagar during summers. So you need to highlight this point. You can see in this map, Jammu is the state capital, and during the winters, it's written here. And then it's written Srinagar is the state capital during summers. So this is an important point which you need to remember. There could be a line saying that Jammu and Kashmir has two capital, Jammu as the winter and Srinagar as summer, or the vice versa, Jammu as summers and winters and Srinagar as winter. So that could be a wrong statement. So you also need to understand where the wrong statement comes from. Next important point is the state shares this boundary. This is very important. What you're going to do is we need to identify this particular state. For example, in this case of Jammu Kashmir, which all international boundaries it touches and which all states boundaries it touches. Because when any other state could be given and said whether this particular state touches boundaries with this other state or not. With new states like Telangana coming in, it becomes all the more important. Now let's see, Jammu and Kashmir we have shown it has boundary with Afghanistan, it has with Pakistan, it also has with China. And the largest boundary it has with China, that is the international borders. Now coming to within these states, you would find this blue line shows the boundary within these states. So Jammu and Kashmir, you would find here has boundary, this first part, the little part has boundary with the state of Punjab, and then the rest of this part is Himachal Pradesh. So you would find that Jammu and Kashmir borders with two states, that is the state of Punjab and the state of Himachal. Now it is more visible, the blue line. So it borders with the state of Punjab as well as the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now let's come to the third point. Jammu and Kashmir is the Himalayan state and hence it is known for mountain, ranges, rivers, etc., which we will discuss one by one in the main map. So this was the idea. Now come to the rivers. The order of the rivers in Jammu Kashmir is I, J, C, R, B, C, which is Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. Now see, you can see in the starting we have this red lines which are depicting the rivers. Indus river is flowing through India and going to the Pakistan. Then we have a Jhelum river going from Pakistan. Then a Chenab river which is going and Jhelum joining the Chenab. And then we also have Ravi, Satluj, and in between we will also have a Beas is also, I guess, not shown. But there are 5 rivers: Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, and then Ravi, Beas and Satluj will follow in below states. Now what we have done is basically, and Shyok is basically a tributary of Indus. Tributary is a river which contributes to the main river but is not a main river. It could be a left-hand tributary, it could be right-hand tributary. Since you can see the Shyok is coming from, joining from the right-hand side, it is called the right-hand side tributary. Now, what I was trying to tell you is that as per the international water agreement which we have had with 1962 between Indus Water Treaty between Pakistan and India, it talks about sharing of the water resources. So how water resources has to be shared is the first 3 rivers, that is the Indus, the Jhelum and the Chenab. Since these are top 3 rivers, these waters have to be used with Pakistan. India cannot use the water. However, we can have hydropower projects being run because it does not consume the water. Similarly, Ravi, Satluj and the Beas, these are the other 3 rivers that India can use and the Pakistan cannot use the water. This is giving the arrangement. Again, these things are not that important. I'm just trying to focus on the basics of it. What will be important, I'll try and explain you. Now, for the present, I will just try to show you the piece of land between the 2 rivers is called Doabs. Now, I will show you one more map which contains Doabs. Now see, basically Doabs are located in this is the Ravi river, this is the Beas river, and between these 2 rivers there is a piece of land which is called as Doab. I'll again repeat it. The piece of land between the 2 rivers is called Doabs. Bari Doab is the piece of land between the Beas and the Ravi river, which is located in the state of Punjab. Now this is located in the state of Punjab. We have shown you Ravi river, we have shown you Beas river, between that is Bari Doab. Similarly, we have also the Bist Doab, which is between Beas river and the Satluj river. So you can understand that Bari names come from BA of Beas and RI of Ravi. Similarly, Bist come from B from Beas and Satluj ka ST. So this is how it comes. So you need to know what is Doab, where exactly it is located, what is Bari Doab, what is Bist Doab. There could be a question that Bari Doab is located between the Ravi river and Satluj river, which will be a wrong answer. You also have to understand that Bari Doab is between Ravi and the Beas. So you have to understand such key points. Let's come back to the main. Jammu and Kashmir Valley is also known for rice cultivation. That's just a pure piece of information, not much relevant. Let's come to the next point, Wakhan corridor. Now Wakhan corridor is very important because this is the Wakhan corridor. It is kind of a corridor, it is kind of a territory which is in the Afghanistan and which is bordering the Turkmenistan, which is bordering the area of China. So it is known for its drug peddling and a lot of other activities are going on. So that is why this Wakhan corridor was in the news, mainly for drug peddling and activities similar to smuggling, etc. Now we also have some of the famous glaciers. This green triangle which you can see, Batura, Skamri, Hispar, Biafo, Saltoro and Siachen. These are the glaciers which are located in Jammu and Kashmir. So we need to also understand the order of these, that we have Batura, then we have Hispar, then we have Skamri, then we have Biafo, Saltoro and Siachen. Batura on the image extreme left and Siachen on the extreme right. So we need to know that these are the glaciers which are located in this. See, again I am telling you, Atlas is more about the facts and how do we remember those facts so that we can crack the questions. We are not here to become a geographologist or experts in geography. So Batura, Hispar, Skamri, Biafo, Saltoro and Siachen. Now let's come to the next part. Some of Jammu and Kashmir is also an arid region along with this. So we know that Rajasthan and Gujarat are arid region. Along with that, Jammu and Kashmir is also an arid region because there is a lot of cold deserts and these kind of an area. Now let's come to the next part, the mountain ranges. Now the mountain ranges, if you can see, these arrows, these brown arrows are the mountain ranges. If we see from right hand side to the left hand side or from east to west, you would say first we have this Karakoram ranges, then we have Ladakh ranges, then we have Jaskar ranges, then we have Pir Panjal ranges and then Dhauladar ranges. Please note that these Pir Panjal ranges and Dhauladar ranges also extend towards the Himachal Pradesh, whereas Karakoram ranges, Ladakh ranges and Jaskar ranges are mainly located in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. These ranges also play an important role. You need to know the name of the ranges, that is Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Pir Panjal, Dhauladar, so that tomorrow if a question is asked that Dhauladar is located in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, true or false, so you should know the statement is true. Similarly, if it is Jaskar is located in the state of northeastern state, it is wrong. So like that, you need to have an idea where exactly is the location, and once you know the location, and you will be able to solve the answer. Now let's come to the next part. Three main plains. Plains are located from west. There are mainly 3 to 4 main plains. Deosai plain, you can see this yellow thing. Then we have Depsang plain. Then we have a Soda plain and Lingitang plain. So these are the 4 main plains. Deosai plain, Depsang plain, Soda plain and Lingitang plain. Now Jhelum is known as, actually there is a tributary of Jhelum, Krishan Ganga, which is known as Jhelum, which is known as Neelam in the Pakistan. And there have been a lot of disputes about disputed power projects between India and Pakistan over that. We already discussed the Indus Water Treaty. The top 3 rivers will be used by Pakistan, whereas the remaining 3 by India. Kargil, Katra, Baramulla, Kathua are the places for infiltration. As we know that Jammu and Kashmir is known for its infiltration. These are the places, Kargil, Katra, Baramulla. You just need to know the names, not need to get into the detail of these places. So let me just revise this particular map for you before we go to the next map of Jammu Kashmir. What we have essentially done is we have seen the Jammu Kashmir borders with 3 international countries, China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, where the largest boundary is with China. Secondly, what we have also done is that there is a corridor called as Wakhan corridor, which borders Afghanistan, China and to some extent India, and it is known for drug peddling. We also have discussed the main 6 rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, the water being given to Pakistan, Ravi, Satluj and Beas to India. We have also discussed that Jammu and Kashmir borders with the state of Punjab and Himachal Pradesh. We have also discussed that there is capital of Jammu and Kashmir is Jammu during winters and Srinagar during summers. We have also discussed that there are certain glaciers like Batura, Skamri, Hispar, Biafo, Saltoro and Siachen. We have also discussed the plains, Deosai, Depsang, Soda. We have also discussed about the mountain ranges which we have seen from the extreme east. We have Karakoram, then Ladakh, then Jaskar, Pir Panjal, Dhauladar. And the last part which we could miss out was the national highway number 1A. So 1A starts from Srinagar, goes till Jalandhar. I hope this is clear. What you need to do is I would mail you this particular map. You can revise whatever we have discussed. Open, if any confusion, you can open the atlas. In case any feedback, you can mail it to me at evalueeducation@gmail.com. We'll be very much happy to modify the maps. The maps are a presentation from the Oxford Atlas, and then we also have the text which is from Atlas Made Easy. I hope this first part of the map is quite clear. Now, if we are clear, we can go ahead. Is that fine? Okay. Now, let me just come to the second map. Now see, second map is again belonging to Jammu Kashmir. What we need to know is, we need to understand is, there are these rivers. We discussed that we have Indus River, we have a Jhelum River, then we have Chenab River. Then we have also discussed that we have Ravi, see, we have Indus River, we have Jhelum River, we have Chenab River, we also have Ravi, Bias and Satluj. These are the rivers. These are the main 6 rivers. First 3, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, water being used by Pakistan as per the treaty, and Ravi, Bias, Satluj, water being used by India. This much is clear. Now, I wanted to observe one more point, and that is that there are certain power projects being located on these rivers, hydropower projects, which we need to observe. We also need to understand certain national park or wildlife sanctuary which are located, which are very important because such kind of questions are being asked. So if we take the first part, this point number 12 we had done. 13 says 3 dams of Chenab River, Dulhasti, Bagliar and Salar power projects. So see, this is the Chenab River, and the Chandra is a tributary of Chenab River. Chandra is a tributary of Chenab River. Chenab is the main river. And they say this hydropower project is this arrow. There are 3 arrows. One is saying Dulhasti, second is Bagliar, and third is Salal. So you need to remember that Chenab River, we have 3 power projects, Dulhasti, Bagliar and Salal. And out of which Dulhasti is not on the Chenab River, but its tributary called Chandra. We have this Dulhasti dam or power project which is located on the river Chandra, which is tributary of Chenab River. Also observe that if the question is asked that Dulhasti is a dam on Chenab River, it might not be wrong because ultimately Chandra is a tributary of Chenab River. I hope I am clear to that extent. We can also see that on Jhelum River there is an Uri power project. So this is also hydropower project Uri, which is located over Jhelum River. So we have Jhelum, we have Chenab. These are the 2 main rivers over which power projects have been constructed. So which we have already mentioned. Is that clear? Okay. Now let's come to the certain national park and wildlife sanctuary. We will observe that there are 3 national parks and 2 wildlife sanctuary. The first is Dachigam National Park, second is the Dr. Salim Ali National Park, and third is Kishtwar National Park. Dachigam National Park, Salim Ali National Park and Kishtwar National Park. And please note there is a difference between the national parks which are located in Jammu and Kashmir and Goa. There is also a Dr. Salim Ali Wildlife Sanctuary which is located in the state of Goa, whereas the national park is located in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. So we have Dachigam, we have Salim Ali, we have Kishtwar. The wildlife sanctuary is depicted by this red O, which is Karakoram Wildlife Sanctuary and Ramnagar Wildlife Sanctuary. These are the 2 main. Please remember, these kind of wildlife sanctuary national parks are very frequently asked in the exam. Now let me go back to the same page. So 3 dams we have discussed, Dulhasti, Bagliar and Salal. We have also discussed that national park and wildlife sanctuary, Dachigam, Salim Ali, Kishtwar, the famous national park. And please note there are no biosphere reserves. We will discuss what biosphere reserve is, but presently there are no biosphere reserves in the state, which is very important. There is a biosphere reserve called as Cold Desert Biosphere Reserve, but that is located in the state of Himachal Pradesh, somewhere here. It is not here. So if the question comes, there is no there is no biosphere reserve in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. The statement is absolutely true. Wetlands. Wetlands in the sense Wooler Lake. There is only one, this lake. This is the Wooler Lake, which is located somewhere between. See, on the basis of this map, you can also interpret that Wooler Lake is situated in between the Dachigam National Park in the south of Dachigam National Park and in the north of Kishtwar National Park. So you can see that Wooler is between Dachigam, Salim Ali and Kishtwar National Park. So there could be a question on that. So Wooler is the largest Asian freshwater lake, which is also located here. Natural vegetation is more than 50% is desert and the rest is alpine and subalpine. Power projects we have already discussed, Dulhasti, Bagliar and Salal. And Pampore. Pampore is the famous gas-based power project. So this is the location of Pampore, which is the Pampore, which is the famous gas power project. Famous highway, national highway NH1A, I have already told you, it comes from Srinagar to Punjab. Then there is less of railway, there is very less of railways in Jammu and Kashmir. Last point is saffron is famous in the state. So overall, if I see, we are almost done with the mapping of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. What essentially we have done is we have identified the key points and we have explained them through the help of the maps. Let me just open that map again for you, map number 1 and then map number 2. See, the only thing which we need to remember here is that we will just recap the states, borders the state of Punjab and the state of Himachal Pradesh. The state borders the countries of China, Afghanistan, Pakistan, with China being the largest boundary. Third point is Wakhan corridor, which borders Afghanistan, China, known for its drug peddling and other activities. The main rivers are Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, going towards giving the waters to Pakistan, Ravi via Satluj to India. We also have Shiok tributary of Indus. We also have glaciers like Batura, Hispar, Biafo, Saltoro, Siachen from left to right. We also have plains like Deosai, Depsang, Soda, Lingitan from left to right. We also have Jammu Kashmir capital as Jammu in the winters and Srinagar in the summers. We also have a national highway 1A coming from Srinagar to Jalandhar. We also have mountain ranges coming from east to west, Karakoram, Ladakh, Jaskar, Pir Panjal, Dhora. Please note, Pir Panjal and Dharador are also located extended towards the Himachal Pradesh. We also have gone through the second map wherein we have tried to explain you the rivers and the national parks. The one point I forgot to mention is here that Ravi River is bordering the state of Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. So we can have this Ravi River, it borders the state of Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir and to some extent even the Himachal Pradesh. And then we have certain national parks like Salim Ali National Park, Dachigam and Kishtwar, which are located in the state. We also have 2 wildlife sanctuary, Karakoram wildlife sanctuary and Ramnagar. We also need to have hydropower projects. 3 hydropower projects are important: Dulhasti, Bagliar and Salal, which we mentioned are over river Chenab. Dulhasti is not over river Chenab, but its tributary called Chandra. We also have Uri power project over the Jhelum river. We also have Ravi Satluj, whose water is given to India. There is a Wooler Lake, which is located, which is a largest freshwater lake of Asia, which is located between the Dachigam and Kishtwar national parks. We also have Pampore, which is a gas-based power project. So this is all which is important from the perspective of Jammu and Kashmir. There are certain similar facts like Jammu and Kashmir is semi-arid like Gujarat and Rajasthan. It also has saffron acids, but these are the facts which you might have heard somewhere else. From the perspective of Atlas, these are the things, the rivers, the national parks, the power projects, the boundaries which are important, which we have tried to cover through this. Thank you so much for spending time for us. We'll look forward to next session on mapping. This was all about approach to mapping. Whatever we have done in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, similarly we will be doing it for Himachal Pradesh, for Haryana, for Punjab, for all the other northern states, southern states, all the other 29 states, including the territory of Andaman and Nicobar. We will be trying and identify the key points on the basis of which questions could be asked, and we are trying and highlighting those through maps. Thank you so much. You can get in touch with us for registration at evalueeducation@gmail.com, or you can also call us at 88601 71269. 88601 71269. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.